Right. So I'll take one more sheet and I'll write it from the beginning. So because even if you want to see also, later we can see it. The national problem. Right. So you have to write the recurrence relation. How to write the recurrence relation also same thing. See, the problem is, if you know this table, your program will over. I'll tell you how to write it also. Just if you know how to write this table, your program almost over. Now you have to write the values. The columns is nothing but 0. You have the j minus w of I, j and w. Write it clearly this. Once you write this one, your problem almost over. Programming, especially, it is very easy for you. So you have the I minus 1, you have I values, and dash 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 you have n. Now, already I told you, dynamic programming is nothing but is a overlapping subproblems. So here is the recursion, and here already I told you the difference. The recursion is nothing but we are not bothering for the previous values. Only resultant will be bothering. That's it. But here is all the values you are storing. All overlapping problems will be storing. Now initial conditions is nothing but 0 row also 0 values, 0 column also the initial values will become zeros. Write it this. Initial values will become 0. Now this is your goal. This is your goal. You need to solve the value is nothing but this one. You need to solve these values. Now, so here is, for example, v of I comma j, I want to calculate it. V of I comma j. V of I comma j. So these values you have to calculate it. So like binomial coefficients, how we have done is nothing but if you want to this one, you need the previous value. Previous value is nothing but a of v of I minus 1 comma j. V of I minus 1 comma j. And you have added the previous value is nothing but this one. Previous values is nothing but this one. For example, if you take this v of I minus 1 comma j minus w of I, j minus w of I. So anybody is having to write this, please tell me. So once you know this, your program over. Now your goal is this one. For example, you want to calculate v of I comma j. So v of I comma j, if you want to calculate it, actually the previous values are required. So that I will tell you the formula how to write it also. So previous values is nothing but just you see that one. Correspondingly, you write it the rows and j's. So this one, how to write it is nothing but this one. V of I minus 1 comma j. That's what I have written it. Now this values is nothing but V of I minus 1 comma j minus w of I. Now you need to write the recurrence relation. Write the recurrence relation. Recurrence relation. V of I comma j, you want to calculate it. V of I comma j, you need to calculate it. You have the two values. Just listen 1 second. You need to calculate the maximum of V of, listen here. So you need to calculate V of I comma j, you need to calculate it. So you need to calculate the two values. One is called the above one. So above one is nothing but V of I minus 1 comma j. So just write it here, V of I minus 1 comma j. That is what one value, comma. So now here the previous values you are having V of I minus 1 comma j minus w of I. For that you need to calculate V of I extra. So V of I is extra. So how to write it is nothing but V of I plus Remaining is same thing. The previous one, whatever it is there, this one, that value, write it. V of I minus 1, comma, j minus w of I. V of I minus 1, comma, j minus w of I. This one is, when to write it is nothing but if j minus w of I greater than or equal to 0. When you have this, when you will be using maximum of j my v of I minus 1 comma j comma v of I plus v of I minus 1 comma j minus w of I, if j minus w of I is greater than 0, so j minus w of this one is greater than 0, this value will be calculated. If it is less than 0, v of I minus 1, if j minus w of I is less than 0, this is nothing but greater than or equal to 0, another one is less than 0. So if it is, this is less than 0, you will be getting the negative values. So you will be writing only the this one, that is nothing but the this, you are getting the negative values is nothing but array, there is no negative values, we cannot take it the tables. So we will be taking only this v of I minus 1 comma j. V of, correspondingly write it, v of I minus 1 comma j. Actually, this also you have to write it here only. I don't have space, I have written it here. If j minus w of I is greater than or equal to 0, first one will be taken. If j minus w of I is less than 0, these values will be taken. This is what the initial values. Now you need to write the initial values. Initial values, we are wherever here, this one you have put 0, this also you have put 0. So one is called the row, one is called the 0. This is nothing but the v of 0 comma j is nothing but this one. So that you write it, v of 0 comma j is equal to 0 for j is greater than or equal to 0. That is what the first condition. And the second condition, and v of I comma 0 is equal to 0. That means this one, v of I is nothing but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to n, j will become 0. So j will become 0 is nothing but this one. So that is nothing but the is equal to 0 for I is greater than or equal to 0. This is what the initial conditions, just looks like mathematics. Don't bother for that. Just when you have to write the table, just I'm seeing here is nothing but the looks like. Now if you see entire thing, you will be getting the bit problem. Now what you have to do is you have to write first j is nothing but the columns, I is nothing but the rows will be taken care. So rows is nothing but 0, I minus 1, I n, this you remember, that's all. This is nothing but 0 jw. So the previous value is nothing but j minus w of I. So whatever I is nothing but that one is there. So initial values is this row, first row 0, first column will become 0. Now this is your goal, you need to calculate it. For example, v of I comma j, general equations will be writing. General equations is nothing but this is j minus w of I is less than 0, means only this one will be taken, v of I minus 1 comma j. That is what the second condition. Now if this j minus w of I is greater than or equal to 0, what you have to do, v of I minus 1 comma j plus v of I, you add it, the remaining as it is you write it from the table, v of I minus 1 comma j minus w of I. So this also how you are getting is nothing but corresponding row and column, just matrix. This is nothing but v of, so row is nothing but I minus 1, column is nothing but j. So this is nothing but corresponding row and corresponding column, v of I minus 1 comma j minus w of I. So do you have any doubts in this? Tell me. So if you know this, your program over, knapsack problem, laboratory program, only this, that's it, nothing is there in that. Happily you can write the tables and you can display the values, no need to by heart. Just if you know this, your program over. Any doubt now? Shall I write the problem? Right. Right, I'll write the question here, answer I will be solving the next question. Write it. Solve the knapsack problem using dynamic programming. Dynamic programming. So write the, I don't have the space, I'll write it bit here only. So you write it the next line, item, weight, value. So items are 1, 2, 3, 4. Weights are 2, 1, 3, 2. The values are 12, 10, 20, 15. Capacity W is equal to 5. W capacity is 5. Right. Copied all of you? See, sometimes instead of table, they will give item 1, 2, 3, 4 within the brackets. Weights are 2, 1, 2, 1, 3, 2. Values are 12, 10, 1, 2. That way also they will be giving. Don't bother for that. You have to solve the same problem. Same way. All right. We'll move to the next one. Because I cannot involve you in this, because what will happen, it will take more time. Just first row I only will tell it. From second row onwards you can try to solve it. Okay, right, the next one. Solution. I'll write it I values, that is nothing but the 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is called the capacity J. Capacity is nothing but the J. J is nothing but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one. Now I values are nothing but 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Write the table here. Because space is important for me, that is the reason now. Right. Drawn the lines.
Sir,
Tell me.
Arjun
Tell
sir.
me, sir.
Sir, item is I, right, sir? Here,
Huh?
here item is I, right, sir?
Item is
Sir, 0 to 4 you took, no, sir? High values.
yes.
So, is it a values of items?
This is nothing but the looping statements. So when I is equal to 0, what will happen? I is equal to 0, j is equal to 0. This value you have to write it. I is equal to 1, j is equal to sorry, I is equal to 0 1. Next 0 comma 2, 0 comma 3, 0 comma 4, 0 comma 5. This is I comma j is nothing but only for this table, like matrix 1 comma 1, 1 comma 2, 1 comma 3, 1 comma 4, 1 comma 5. Next 2 comma 0, 2 comma 1, 2 comma 2, 2 comma 3, 2 comma 4, 2 comma 5. Next is 3 comma 0, 3 comma 1, 3 comma 2, 3 comma 3, 3 comma 4, 3 comma 5. So only to say this, that's it. Now write it here. Left hand side you have this. You should have. If you have space, left hand side you write it. Otherwise, right hand side also you can write it. So W1 is equal to here. So I'll write it right hand side because I'm having the more space here. W1 is equal to, what is the value W1 is equal to in your problem? 2, value V1 is equal to 12. I'm right. So just see here, I'll tell you here. So this is nothing but the value, the weights is nothing but 1, 2, 3, 4. Values is nothing but 1, 2, 3, 4. That's all we are writing here. Just you write it that one also. W2 is equal to 1, W3 is equal to 3, W4 is equal to 2, V2, V3, V4. So V2 is nothing but 10, V3 is equal to 20, V4 is equal to 15. Any doubt now up to here? So just we have written the values. This one. This is nothing but Arjun. You told no, ask no, somebody asked no. I don't know who has asked because
Yes,
I
sir.
am not.
Arjun only.
Huh?
Yes, sir. Arjun only,
No.
sir.
So this one on item 1, 2, 3, 4. That is what the I values. Okay. So that is nothing but just to say the represent. Even one in your examination 1, 2, 3 items. If you are not giving also, sometimes they will give only weights and values. You have to consider items is 1, 2, 3, 4 only. Okay, right. Now you need to calculate. So what is the initial conditions in this case? See here 0 comma j, I comma 0. So that means what? This row and
Zeroth column row.
this row and this column will become initial values according to the condition is 0. Write it first. Right. Copied. Just one row you listen, one row. That means 1 comma 1, 1 comma 2, 1 comma 3, 1 comma 4, 1 comma 5. If you listen properly, the remaining values you can write it. So I'll write it elaborately. V of, from leftmost write it, V of 1 comma 1 is equal to, so j minus w of I. That is what the condition you need to write it here. See here, j minus w of I. That is nothing but this one. Now, how to write the j minus w of I is nothing but this is I, this is j. Okay. So I is nothing I comma j. So just listen 1 second here. This is nothing but the I location. This is nothing but the j location. Okay. So now I is 1, j is 1. 1 second listen. J value is nothing but 1. W of 1. W of 1 is nothing but 2. So that is the way of writing here. I'll tell you J is nothing but 1, 1 minus W of I. W of I is nothing but here I value will become 1. So put W of 1. W of 1 is nothing but 2. 1 minus 2 is equal to minus 1. That is nothing but the less than 0. Less than 0. That implies, see here, if it is this value is become less than 0, less than 0. So second condition, that is nothing but V of I minus 1 comma j. That is nothing but the previous values. So here is, if this is less than 0, this look V of 1 comma 1, this is less than 0, directly you write the previous value, that is nothing but the 0. So you need to write V of I minus 1 comma j. 1 I'll write it, that is equal to 0. that is nothing but 0. Any doubt this? Second one, 1 comma 1. If you have doubt, please let me know this. So I you can write it. I minus 1 is nothing but 1 minus 1 is called 0. J also is nothing but the same row 2. So 0 comma 0 comma 1. 0 comma 1 is nothing but this one. That is what this one. V of I minus 1 is nothing but 0. This is called J as it is 1. V of 0 comma 1 is nothing but this one. That is what the way of writing here is nothing but this one. So you need just first for understanding purpose I am telling this. So if you are getting this is less than 0, directly you take the above value, that's it. Next, write it here, V of 1 comma 2. V of 1 comma 2. So J minus W of I, J is nothing but 2, 2 minus 2, that is equal to 0. That is nothing but this should be greater than or equal to 0. That implies you need to write the maximum of, that means see here, 1 second, listen here. So this you have to write it, maximum of, this is the previous value plus Vi of this values. That's what you have to write it. Now here is maximum of, so what is the previous values is nothing but 0, directly you can write it above value. So when you are writing this, that is nothing but the previous value, that is nothing but the 0, comma. So corresponding Vi is nothing but, I value is nothing but 1, V1 is nothing but 12, that is nothing but the 12 plus these values, that is nothing but the previous values. So that is nothing but the 0.
Sir, so
Are you
W2
getting what
one.
I'm telling? So this is how you got it is nothing but V of I plus V of I minus 1 comma J minus W of I. I'll tell you this two ways. According to the formula also you can go. Otherwise you can go according to the table also. So Vi is nothing but I value is nothing but 1. V1 is nothing but 12 here. Plus V of I minus 1. So that is nothing but the 0. I minus 1 is nothing but 1 minus 1 is called 0. So J minus W of is nothing but 2. So V of 0 comma 2. So V of 0 comma 2 is nothing but this one, 12 plus this. So this is nothing but the previous values. So that is nothing but V of I minus 1 comma J. So this value comma plus of this. Are you getting what I'm saying? Vi is nothing but V1. Next is plus V of I minus 1. I minus 1 is nothing but 0. J is nothing but 2. W of W of I is nothing but 2. 2 minus 2, 0. So that is nothing but V of 0 comma 0. That is nothing but the 0 here. That's what the value. Now that is equal to, you will be writing the values is called maximum of 0 comma 12. I'll write it directly 12. So you can write it here 12. So this step, if you have any doubt, please let me know. Then only I can move to the next step. The similar way you'll be calculating for all the values. Similarly, you'll be calculating all the values. If you have any doubt, please tell me now. Even if you want this, maximum of 0 comma 12, that is equal to 12, or one step also. Next step, V of 1 comma 3. This is nothing but V of 1 comma 3, J minus W of I, 3 minus W of I is nothing but always 2 only. So this value weight is W1 only. So V1 is nothing but this one only. 3 minus 2 is equal to 1, that is greater than or equal to 0. That is equal to maximum of 0 comma 12 plus 0. That is equal to 12. Any doubt now? Next, v of 1 comma 4. 1 comma 4 is nothing but you need to write 4 minus 2, that is equal to 2, that is greater than or equal to 0. That implies maximum of 0 comma 12 plus 0, that is equal to 12. The similarly v of 1 comma 5 is equal to 5 minus 2, that is equal to 3, that is greater than or equal to 0. That implies maximum of 0 comma 12 plus 0, that is equal to 12. This is what first one. Now you need to go v of 2 comma 1. So this I is I correspondingly this one only. J is correspondingly this one only. Now just one value I will tell you. J is nothing but 1 here, and W of I. W of I is nothing but 2. That is nothing but the W2 is nothing but 1. In this case 1 you will be getting 1 minus 1. That is equal to 0. That is nothing but the greater than or equal to 0. Greater than or equal to 0 means this one only. So write it equal to 0, that is greater than or equal to 0. That implies maximum of, so here is, so even if you want this also you can write it here. This condition you write it here. Once again I'll write it. Maximum of v of I minus 1 comma j comma v of I comma v of I minus 1 comma j w. So if you want you can write it one way here. Maximum of v of, what is the values is nothing but v of I minus 1 comma j comma, sorry, v of I minus 1 comma j comma v of I plus v of I minus 1 comma j minus w of I. Okay, so now v of I minus 1 is nothing but, or 2 minus 1 is 1, or this is j only, so that is nothing but the, so 1 comma 1. So here is, when you are here 1 comma 1 is nothing but this one, that is nothing but the 0 comma vi. Vi is nothing but, I is nothing but 2, v2 is nothing but 10 here, so v2 is nothing but 10 here, so that's what I will be writing 10 plus v of, okay, v of I minus 1 is nothing but, so 2 minus 1 is called 1, so j minus, j is nothing but 1 minus w of I. W of I is also 1 only, so v of I minus 1 means 1, so j minus w of I is nothing but 0. So that means what will happen in this case, so 1 comma 1 comma 1 comma 0,
0, sir.
1
0.
comma
So
0,
answer will be
so 1
0.
comma 0 also 0
0.
only. So that means directly write the values is called 0. So that is equal to 10. That value is nothing but the 10 now. Actually, when one statement we are writing in the program will be calculated automatically. But here we have to write it the same order only. Next, v of 2 comma 2. So 2 minus 1, v of 2 comma 3, v of 2 comma 4, v of 2 comma 5. That is equal to, this is nothing but 3 minus 1, 4 minus 1, 5 minus 1. This is equal to 1. this is equal to 2, this is equal to 3, this is equal to 4. This is greater than or equal to 0, greater than or equal to 0, greater than or equal to 0, greater than or equal to 0. That implies maximum of. So up to here, directly copy, directly no problem. Because this is J is nothing but J is 1, here 2, here 3, here 4, here 5. J minus W of I. W of I is nothing but this one only. J minus W of I. W of I is nothing but weights. Weights is nothing but 1 only. So 2 minus 1 is 1. 2 minus this one. 2 minus this. 2 minus this. 2 minus this. So J is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. W of I. W of 2 is nothing but 1. Directly here only you can see it here. That value is put it here. Are you getting what I'm saying? J minus W of I. J is nothing but 1 here, 2 here, 3 here, 4 here, 5 here. I'll written it here. Now this is nothing but W of I. W of I is nothing but I value. I is nothing but 2. W of 2. W of 2 is nothing but 1 only. So write for all 1, 1, 1, 1. Next subtract it. So this is always greater than or equal to 0. Now you have to write it here. Now you come here, maximum of, in this case. So here is nothing but V of I minus 1 comma j is nothing but 12 here. Directly write it here, 12 comma Vi is nothing but, the second row is nothing but 10 plus j
0,
minus
sir.
W of I.
0, sir.
0. J minus W of I is already have calculated here. Okay, j is nothing but this one. J I minus 1 is nothing but 2 minus 1 is called 1. This is nothing but 1. 1 comma 1. 1 comma 1 is nothing but 0.
Sir, I have a doubt, sir.
Tell me, sir.
Sir, 2.2 we got like 12 comma 10 plus 0. So in
Hmm.
that minimum we have to take, right?
Sorry, maximum, no.
Then 12, sir.
12, 12.
Yes,
Maximum
sir.
only. I've written it here, but
Yeah,
because
sir.
I'm taking, I've taken wrong. So now what is the value here? 12. Next, 2 comma 3, tell me now. 2 comma 3 is nothing but, here is, first value is nothing but, we have corresponding the previous value. So that is nothing but directly you can write the 12, comma. Here is V of I minus 1, Vi is 10 only directly. For all these things, 12 comma 10 only can write it. Plus, just see here, here is J minus W of I. J minus W of I is nothing but this one, 0. So this is nothing but I minus 1 is nothing but 1 here. V of 1 comma 1 comma 2. 1 comma 2 is nothing but how much here? In the table, 1 comma 2 is Arjun.
Sir,
1 comma here is up to here
sir
12.
12,
No.
sir.
Now you have to write it V of I minus 1 comma j minus of W of I. So V of I minus 1 is nothing but correspondingly here. If you see it, 2 minus 1 is called 1 here, and j minus W of I is nothing but 2 here. So that is nothing but the 1 comma 2. 1 comma 2. 1 comma 2 is nothing but 12 here. So that 12 value you have to write it here. Now how much? Direct answer only.
22.
22. Now write it the remaining values also 12 comma same only this also 10 and 12, that is equal to 22. Here also same thing 12 comma 10 plus 12, that is equal to 22. So here is right here 22, 22, 22. Any doubt up to here? Anybody is having doubt? See, because examination maximum they will be asking this question or what I will be giving the homework. That are only. In these two problems, only one problem will be there. Shall I move to next page? Hello, Arjun. Copy it, all of you.
Yes, sir.
Other people, Maithili, copy it.
Sir, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Copied.
Rajeshwari.
Copied, sir.
See, last class, last examination, have solved this one Hoffman code, but still half of the people they have written wrong answers. Same values also have not changed it for that problem. For copying also, we didn't know that. Once you get the results, you will come to know that. You see the what I have done it, what you people have done it. So if same problem, if I give it, if you are not writing the same way, then what is the use of taking the classes? Tell me for you people. Right. So now I'll move to the next page. So you should have this, and by seeing this only you can tell it now. Right. So now I'll take the second sheet. I'll move to the third sheet now. Write it. So now V of 3 comma 1, V of 3 comma 2, V of 3 comma 3, V of 3 comma 4. V of 3 comma 5. This is nothing but I comma j. Next, that is equal to, you have to write j minus w of I. J is nothing but 1 here, here is 2, here is 3, here is 4, here is 5. Minus w of I. W of I is nothing but 3 here. W3 is how much in your table? W3 is nothing but 3 here. Correct now? Arjun, W3 is
Yes, sir.
3.
3.
Now you write it all
So
3 only.
minus 2 will get.
3. So
Minus 2 will
3
get, sir.
minus 3 minus 3 minus 3 minus 3. Here is nothing but minus 2 minus 1 0 1 2. This is nothing but less than 0 greater than or equal to 0 greater than or equal to 0 greater than or equal to 0. That implies less than 0 means what I told? V of I minus 1 comma j only. V of I minus 1 comma j only. That means directly the previous values you can write it in these first two cases. First two cases previous values is nothing but how much?
10 and 12.
Previous values how much?
10 and 12.
10 and
12.
12. Write it here 10 and 12 directly. So this is called 10. Shall I write directly? If you want, you can write it V of I minus 1 is nothing but 2 comma j is 1 only. That is equal to 10. Here also same thing, V of I minus 1. I is nothing but 3 minus 1 is called 2. So j is nothing but the 2. So here also I minus 1 is nothing but this one. Correct. This is 2 comma 2. Sorry. So here also directly you can write it 12. Now from here onwards it will be changing according to the previous one. V of, or write it directly the maximum of. See here, when you are writing v of 3 comma 3, v of 3 comma 3 is nothing but this one. The previous values is nothing but here 22. Up to here 12 have written it, that one have written it there. So 10 and 12 have written. This is nothing but the 10 and 12 directly the previous values. If it is less than 0, correspondingly 10, 12 you have to copy it. From here what you have to do is 22 corresponding values is nothing but 20, you have to take it because this is greater than or equal to 0. So vi and the previous values 20, the corresponding values you have to write it according to the formula. So now go for the formulas. According to these formulas, maximum of the previous values is nothing but 22 comma, here you write it v of I plus v of, what is the formula? V of I minus 1 comma j minus w of I. Now vi is nothing but v3. v3 is nothing but 20. Write it here 20 plus v of I minus 1, that is nothing but the 2 comma 0. v of 2 comma 0, you see in your table, v of 2 comma 0 is nothing but 0 only. So that is nothing but the 0. So now this value is nothing but 22. This is what the 22 here. Next
30, 3.430.
Yeah. So maximum is equal to maximum of, tell me values. 22 here, comma, and next one is 20 plus, see here is how he got, I'll tell you. So v of I minus 1 is nothing but 3 minus 1 is called 2 and 2 comma 1. So 2 comma 1 is nothing but, here you see here 2 comma 1 is nothing but 10. So that is what the way of writing here, that is nothing but the 10 here. If suppose if you know this, you don't have any doubt later. So now what is the value here? 30. Next, maximum of, tell me other values. 22. You carry on. 20 to 20 plus 12.
12,
How
32,
much?
32.
32. Right. Arjun, you tell me the next values. The corresponding previously, I will fill that by the time the table. Where is the table? So I have to use here, that is the problem. Parallelly, I have to use that table. So here is, tell me the values according to how much you got. First one is called the 3 comma 0 10.
10, 12, 12, 22, 10,
12,
12, 22, 30,
22, 30,
30, 32.
32. Previous next values also I'll write it. Do you got it?
Sir, we got
10, 15, 25, 30, 37. You'll get it and check it out that answers. Because see, once if I take that sheet, alignment also it is changing now once again. Write it here. V of 4 comma 1, V of 4 comma 2, V of 4 comma 3, V of 4 comma 4, V of 4 comma 5. That is equal to J minus W of I. J is nothing but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minus W of I. W of I is nothing but W of I is nothing but 2 here. 1 minus 2, 2 minus 2, 2, 2, 2. This is equal to less than 0. This is greater than or equal to 0. Here is 3 minus 2 is nothing but 1 greater than or equal to 0. This is equal to 2 greater than or equal to 0 is equal to 3 greater than or equal to 0. Now here is, if you are getting less than 0, directly the previous values. So previous values is nothing but here 4 comma 1 is nothing but directly 10. Now this is nothing but the greater than or equal to 0. Tell me, Arjun, here maximum of one person, one case, one can say this.
Yes, sir. I'm doing, sir, that 1 minute.
Maithili, you can do 4 comma 3. Sunil,
Sir, I'm
you
doing.
can do 4 comma 4. Another person, Nilanjan, 4 comma 5, you can do it.
Sir,
Hmm.
4 comma 2 is 15.
4 comma 2. Tell me the maximum of 12 comma
12. Which one, sir?
value is 4 comma 2.
Sir, it won't come 12. 10 it will come.
That is 2 comma 1 is 2 minus 1 is 2 minus 2 is greater than or equal to 0, no?
Yeah, sir, max only. Max of 10 comma 15 comma 15 plus 0 will get.
10 comma 15 plus 0, right? That is
Sir.
equal to
So
10.
15. 15,
15,
sir.
sorry. Next one. 22 comma j minus. So even you can write it here vi. Vi is nothing but 15. Now I want the values here. Arjun,
Sir? Yes, sir. I'm doing, sir.
tell me 15 v of I minus 1 comma j minus w of I. I minus 1 is nothing but here, here j, we have written it already. I minus 1 is called 3.
So,
3 comma 1. 3 comma 1. 3
so,
comma 1. 3 comma 1 is called 10. That is equal to 25. Next is 3 comma 2. 3 comma 2. 22. That is equal to 27. Next is this is nothing but a 3 comma 3. 3 comma. The last one.
4 comma 4, 13.
Huh?
13 also max. 4 comma 4.
4 comma 4 is the 15 plus. How much you are getting that?
47. 37.
sir,
37.
it's 37.
37. So this you have to get it 30, I hope.
No,
15 plus 22
sir.
is 37.
4 comma 4 is 37.
4 comma 4 is 30. This one you tell me,
Sir,
37, how you got it? 20, 12.
15 plus 22 is
No,
37, sir.
sir. 4 comma 4 is 37.
4 comma 4 is
37, sir.
37. Okay. 4 comma 5, also 37 only will get it. You write the remaining values, time up for me. Arjun, you do that, calculated that? You tell me, by the time I will take the attendance. Register number 1.
Which one, sir?
Register number 1, 2, 3, 4,
Present, sir.
5,
Yes, sir.
6.
Present, sir.
Sir, one present.
You tell me after 2 hours.
Sorry, sir.
6, Arbas, 7, 8.
Present, sir.
Yes, sir.
Ashok, you can enter. 9.
8 present, sir.
9
Hey, what
present,
you
sir.
people are doing? When I'm calling you, people are not
10
responding. You are
present,
doing
sir.
some other job or some other business or what? 10,
Present, sir.
11,
Present, sir.
12,
Present,
13,
sir.
13.
Present, sir.
Devmalia.
Present, sir.
14,
Present, sir.
14 present, sir.
Diksha.
14
15.
present, sir.
16 present, sir.
Continue
17
next.
present, sir.
17,
Present, sir.
18,
Present, sir.
19,
18.
Present, sir.
20, Guriya, 21,
22 present, sir.
Present, sir.
21,
23 present,
Harshit,
sir.
present.
21 present, sir.
And yeah, what you after I'm calling 23, you are telling 21. I don't know. Can't you make it your mic on before 1, 2 to 3 numbers? Make it on. Nothing will happen. Guriya is
22
present here,
present,
but
sir.
he is not telling only. Gangubai 19. Gangubai also is present. See, just they have switched on and they have left here. That's all.
No, sir. I told you,
Right,
sir.
madam. 22. Ginger Singh.
I told, sir.
23.
Sir. 20.
Present,
24.
sir.
Kishore.
Good
24. You are not attending classes regularly only. Next, Lata.
Yes, sir.
Manisha.
Present, sir.
Manjunath.
Yes, sir.
Naina.
Present, sir.
Nilanjan.
Yes, sir.
Reason number 30.
Present, sir. Present,
TD
sir.
series 2.
Present, sir.
3.
Present, sir.
4.
Present, sir.
5.
Present, sir.
7.
6 present, sir. 6 present, sir.
Present, sir.
8
7.
present, sir.
9
7.
present, sir.
Rajeshwari
Sir, 10
absent.
present, sir.
Sir, Rajeshwari present, sir. 7 present ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದೆ.
Rajeshwari.
8 present,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Right.
Sir, 9 present, sir.
10.
Present, sir.
11.
Hello? Yes, sir. Present, sir.
12.
Present, sir.
13.
present, sir.
13.
13 present, sir.
14. 15. 16.
Present, sir.
17.
Yes, sir.
18.
Present, sir.
19.
Present, sir.
20.
Present, sir.
21.
Present, sir.
22. 23. 22 is 22 absent. 23. Vinny. Right. So, Arjun, have you completed
Yes,
this?
sir.
Can you tell it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 10,
Huh?
10, 15.
Now, this last row,
Yes, sir. 37.
how you got it? 32, comma plus 15 plus
30 plus 30, comma 15 plus 22, sir.
correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. So this is what I'll be saving, and I'll send it to you people also. Ada, this is important. Through mail, I'll send it. Ada, today date is how much today? 13, no? 13, 11, 20.
Sir,
Huh?
sir, Shruti present, sir.
Number?
16, 1 TT 16, sir.
TD 16.
Yeah, sir.
Sir, Guriya present, sir.
TD 16. TD 16. Right, Amma.
Okay, sir.
Right. 13, where is the date today? Can see which row where it is available. 13, 13, 13. 3, 3, 3, 3. Right. I'll send it to you people. Afterwards, this. Through mail, I'll send these problems. So actually, I supposed to give one problem today. Can you write it?
Sir.
Okay. Next,
Yes, sir.
huh?
Yes, sir.
But many people left already.
Sir,
Okay,
send the
I'll give
photo in
next
group,
class
sir.
personally, no problem.